Hello, everyone, and happy Canada Day to our friends up north. We've got a great game. The 3-2 Winnipeg Direwolves and the equally 3-2 Prince Edward Islanders. Both teams are 2-0 against division, so this is a true test of first place, a true battle for first place in the Canadian division. Looking at the comparisons. We've got Wayne Dahlman for Winnipeg and Cal Vaughn, a veteran, for the Islanders. Vaughn playing against his former team from back when they were Vancouver, but it looks like Vaughn may have the edge here. Well, it looks like kind of evens out between Vaughn having 2 D pluses, but a B minus over Dahlman's almost straight C pluses. Running backs, we've got Kevin Stingley for Winnipeg and Lupe Rivas for Prince Edward. A couple good running backs there. And at wide receiver is where we see the most of a difference with Preston Locke for Winnipeg. A plus is down the board. He's the very definition of an elite receiver in this league. And Frank Carter for the Islanders. So let's see the expert picks. Danny says expect Winnipeg to put on an offensive clinic today. He's got the Direwolves 44-23. Joe seems to be the only person going for the Islanders. Maybe he's from Charlottetown. Expecting a big defensive performance out of Bryce Tanton today. So he's looking for the Islanders to hold them off at 2013. Dave says also expect Winnipeg to put on an offensive clinic today. Same thing with James. Exact same words. There's a glitch in the matrix here. Dave has the Direwolves 40-36, and James has them 31-18. So let's get to the game. The field. And it will be the Islanders getting the ball first. Justin Pierce to kick off. And we're underway. Lupe Rivas, the kick returner, gets up to the 30-yard line. 31. Starting for the Islanders, we have Cal Vaughn, Lupe Rivas, and I saw somebody else, but Carter, Haywood, and Maston. And there's the offensive line. They just rush right through that, don't they? Vaughn, a former Vancouver Direwolf. Vaughn to Preciado. Gets 3. Hi, Launch. That's my broadcast partner, Launch. Well said. Let's look at the defense for Winnipeg. There's Johnny Scott, linebacker. Go! Vaughn back to pass. Throws. Gets nowhere, which is good compared to what it could have been. 3rd down. Vaughn throws, hits Preciado for the 1st down. This will be 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. With a 3-receiver, 1 tight end. Vaughn throws, lets it go out of bounds. Second down.
Hike.
Vaughn once again throws it out of bounds. So it's third down. And my broadcast partner has left the booth, gone to the floor, and started licking herself.
Tonight.
Rivas doesn't get to the line of scrimmage, or they're going to say he does. They're going to say he did, but that was Zach Behringer for the tackle for loss.
Hike.
And Westbrook to punt. Preston Locke gets up to the 27-yard line, and Winnipeg will take over for the first time. Here's the Direwolves offense. Wayne Dahlman, who started his career as a backup in Buffalo. The handoff to Stingley, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. Second down. Apparently it's enough where it registers as no gain, no loss, but we're back to the 26. Second and 10.
Go.
Stingley again. Gets the first down. And up to the 39.
Hood.
13-yard run on that one. Stingley again with a gain of 6. And he's going to step off the field now for Terrence St. John. Good little 1-2 punch there for... Oh, wait, we got a penalty. But that's against the defense, so... It's going to tack more yards onto it. And we are now at the Islander 33-yard line. Sad thing, that was a good run, but it's not going to count for Terrence St. John. Stingley loses a few. And that's Canton with the tackle. Dave called him out in the beginning of the game as our expert. Throws incomplete, almost intercepted. Third and 12 for the Direwolves. Maybe I ought to change the color scheme. I don't know. But the neon was because for some I originally had them as a Vancouver Talons. But fourth down. We're probably going to see the field goal unit here. Nope. You got a punt? Nope. Out of bounds. And the Islanders will start at the 30. So first and 10 for Cal Vaughn and the Prince Edward Islanders. Lupe Rivas is not going to get to the line of scrimmage as a loss of a yard. Taken down by Evans. Vaughn. Incomplete. Third down. Vaughn is 2 for 6 for 13 yards. Somebody's got to step it up.
Hike.
Vaughn hits Preciado for the first down. Wait. That's against the defense. So 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Rivas gets to the 50. No, the 49. So 2nd and 2.
Go.
8-yard gain. Rivas again, way behind the line. Going to lose 4 yards on that one. And Rivas is going to be out of the game at least for a while.
Hike.
Brian Crosby, well, hurt him. This is Stone. 5 yards. Matthias Stone with his first rush of the game. Vaughn has an open man, but he can't bring it in. So it's 1st and 10 for the Direwolves. Didn't even realize it was 4th down. Why'd you go for it there? Stingley loses 5. Compliments of Vernon Chisholm. Stingley throws him out of the way, but once again loses yards. 3rd and 17. Simmons with the tackle for loss. And Terrence St. John is going to come out of the field. Yeah, Dahlman might want to consider throwing it for once. And that's Preston Locke. You've got that receiver. Why do you keep running the ball every play? Doesn't matter. 1st and 10 of the 23-yard line. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Dahlman throws out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Just over 30 seconds to go. Stingley will gain a yard, but there's a flag, and Al Harris is going to be called for holding. So 2nd and 20, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6-14. Oh, wait. Last play of the quarter, Dahlman throws. Incomplete. Play broken up. And that's the end of the first. The score is 0-0.
Hike.
Dahlman throws. It's Mayfield. And it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
Go.
Stingley. No gain. So nice stop there by the Islander defense. 2nd and goal.
Hike.
Throws incomplete, out of bounds, 3rd down. Yeah, I'm sorry that we're only in week 6 of all things, but life kind of got in the way this year. 3rd down, I know usually we're like week 14 by now, at least. And that is the offensive lineman Hurts, but he's expected to come back at some point. Still hoping the best for Lupe Rivas. It's up. And it's good. We've got points on the board. It is 3-0 Direwolves. Pierce to boot it away. Keller is the backup kick returner. And the Islanders will start at the 33-yard line. So you're already a third of the way down the field. 2 to go. Vaughn to Stone. And Stone gets a yard. Stone gets another 7, 3rd down and 2.
Go!
Vaughn throws, gets Stone, 4 yards for the first down. Finally, he's going to take a rest for Sterling Drake. Drake. He's kind of slow. No gain there for the Islanders. Tillman with a stop, and they're going to put Stone back on the field. Stone picks up 2. Calling for motion. Vaughn throws. Gets Haywood. But there's a flag. Pass interference on Jamal Hinton. And it's 1st and 10 of the 28-yard line. Stone gets a yard.
Go!
Walker gets 2. 3rd down. Less than half of the quarter to go. Less than 5 minutes to halftime.
Go!
Vaughn throws, hits Matthias Stone for 13 yards. And defensive holding against Hinton. I'm pretty sure they're going to decline that. That's just the thought I've got. So 1st and 10 of the 11-yard line. Stone again. He's going to lose a couple. And that is Schmidt. Jaleel Schmidt for the tackle for loss. 2nd and 12 at the 14. Stone again, at least getting those yards back. Gains 4, so 3rd and 8 at the 9. And Hurts is coming back from the injury. But he's an offensive lineman, so don't expect a change just yet. Vaughn. It's intercepted in the end zone. So that is Tillman. They've got the ball at the 20-yard line. Dahlman throws. It's Locke for 13 yards. So for your drive that you work so hard on to end like that, oof. Stingley gets to the 38, 2nd and 4. Stingley gets a first down, gain of 5. And we're up to the 2-minute warning. Terrence St. John on the field. And he gets nowhere. Loss of 5. Vernon Chisholm with the stop. Dahlman throws, incomplete. And that's Glenn Calloway for holding. So that's going to be an automatic first down. Keelan Vickers coming in as the 5th receiver. Throws, incomplete. 2nd down.
Go!
3rd down after that. Stingley loses a bunch. And what a stop by Whalen.
Hike!
Carter receives the punt. Throwing people off him, but he doesn't get very far at all, up to the 29. So 1st and 10 for the Islanders. We need to go as far as they did before and try not to cough it up this time. Incomplete. That's not how you do it. Second and 10. Minute 17 left in the half. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. Vaughn needs to watch where he throws. Stone. Gained 6. So 4th and 4. And the Direwolves going to call a timeout. And Westbrook to the punt. And Preston Locke, who gets up to the 35. So 1st and 10 with a minute to go. Big pickup by Locke. So a 29 yard catch and grab. Ball on the Prince Edward 36. Incomplete. Less than a minute to go in the half. Dahlman throws. Incomplete. So third down.
Hike.
Dahlman throws. Hits Preston Locke. And it's 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. And now Locke is injured. Don't know what they're going to now. Dahlman throws. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Strike.
Dahlman throws. Intercepted. Same thing as the other time. I guess one good turn deserves another. And Wheeler gets it up to the 2. You might as well have just fallen down once you intercepted in the end zone. Don't celebrate like you did something. You kind of made life bad for your offense. 1st and 10 for the Islanders at the 2-yard line. Vaughn throws. Incomplete. 18 seconds to go in the half. Well, it's been a great defensive game for these two teams. Each specifically with an end zone interception. Vaughn throws. Incomplete. So 3rd and 10. 15 seconds to go. Hands off to Stone, who gets 3. And we're just going to let the clock die now. And that's the half. The score is 3-0 Winnipeg Direwolves over the Prince Edward Islanders. And the Direwolves will get the ball first in the second half. Welcome back. Second half. That was a hell of a halftime, huh? What a report. Scott gets to the 31-yard line. So now the question is, what can the Direwolves do without A+ down the line, Preston Scott? Or Preston Locke? Dahlman throws. Incomplete. That was intended, I think, for power. Dahlman is 5 for 18 today with an interception. Dahlman throws. Hits the hand of the defender. And it's going to be a penalty. So the Direwolves lucky as hell right now that that's an automatic first down penalty. But 1st and 10 for the Wolves. And Stingley, I don't know what that chain of events was. He runs 3 yards, gets hit, falls over, and then the defender falls over. I don't know. 2nd and 7. Dahlman throws. Incomplete. Out of bounds. 3rd and 7. Ball on the 39-yard line. Dahlman throws. Darnell with the catch. Somehow he caught that one. First and 10. Ball at the 42.
Hike.
Stingley gains 7 on the play. Second and 3.
Hike.
Dahlman. There's a flag. Throws. Incomplete, but let's see what's going on. That is going to be holding against the defense. That's Robert Harvey. So another free first down for the Direwolves.
Hike.
We don't get replays in this game, so we don't know what happened. So second and 10. Ball to 30. Direwolves still at a 3-0 lead. Stingley gets nowhere. Dropped by Robert Harvey. Third and 10. I wonder if we're going to see a holding call here. Dahlman throws. Incomplete. Fourth down. Are we going to see a field goal unit? And that is my other broadcast partner, Mittens. The kick is up. Yeah, that was no good, huh? If you remember earlier, my broadcast partner, Launch, was vocal, leaving good insight, and then she left the booth to lick herself on the floor and then just left. Haywood! Gets 3 on that. Ball on the 33-yard line for the Islanders. Stone, who has not been a good replacement for Lupe Rivas thus far. Ow. Third down and 2. I mean, 32 yards on 10 rushes. That's just bad. Stone, and he's going to lose a few more. That's Ryan Crosby. Basically telling Stone, know your place, which is behind the line. Fourth down. And a false start, so 4th and 11 at the 29. So Westbrook seeing if he can finally punt it away, and he does. Howard gets to the 37-yard line. And here come the Direwolves offense. Stingley throws one guy out of the way and gains 5. Second and 5 at the 42-yard line. Dahlman throws. Hits Adricor for a yard. The rookie receiver. And that's it's Waylon Adricor. Not only his first catch, but the first time the ball's been thrown at him. And Stingley gets 5. Excuse me, could you not? Thank you. First and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line. Stingley gained 7. And he's been the only one on this field to actually get something done. Not much, but something. Stingley again. Gets a yard. So 3rd and 2 at the 44, and he's coming out for Terrence St. John. Ballman throws, gets St. John for 7 and a first down. Less than a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Dahlman 9 for 25 for 157 yards. St. John, no gain. St. John is 3 rushes for 2 yards. Hey, that's 4 rushes for 9 yards. Good for him. Into the 4th quarter, score is 3-0. Ball at the 30-yard line as we start the final frame. Incomplete, which has been the story of this entire game. We're going for a field goal. Pierce is 1 for 2 today. And 1 for 3. Wide right. And the Islanders will take over at the 30-yard line. Stone gets nothing. So 2nd and 10 of the 30. Stone has 12 rushes for 27 yards. And that's 1 less. Ryan Crosby with another tackle for loss. Three yard losses for Crosby today. He's definitely held the line. Robinson, 20 yards on the pass. Good throw for Vaughn. That's probably been the offensive play of the game so far. No, wait, there was that 29-yarder for Winnipeg. Stone, 2 yards. So ball is on the 50. 2nd and 8. $21 yards on this drive, 4 plays. Stone loses 2. They're going to put in Sterling Drake. Jaleel Schmidt had that tackle for loss. For the most part, the Direwolves have done their job defensively, and that's all they've needed. Has been the field goal thus far. Westbrook, and that's going to be the 22-yard line for the Direwolves. I don't think we've ever had a Canada Day game end in a shutout. Or score this low. Stingley loses a yard. And that's Munt. It's been a bit of a journeyman in the league. Stingley 9 yards, but there's a flag. So holding against the offense, that's the receiver, Leroy Price. And it's going to be 2nd and 21. Twelve-yard line. Dahlman throws out of bounds. Intercepted by Diablo. And the Islanders are in a prime position now. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line, but the last time they were out here, it got intercepted in the end zone. Could this finally be the first touchdown of the game? Here comes Stone. Stone to the 4-yard line, a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Just over 5 minutes to go in this game. Well, in regulation anyway.
Go.
Vaughn hits Haywood. I don't know if that'll be a first down. Nope, 3rd and inches. The lines are touching. Not by that angle, they're not, but they look like they were a second ago. Vaughn throws. Incomplete. 4th and inches. What do? Do you go for it, or do you go for that field goal? Let's find out. They're going to go for the field goal.
Go.
It's up, and it's good. We have a tie game. So Graves with the field goal. Scott gets to the, I want to say that was the 30. And I would be right in saying that, apparently. Yay me. Just over 4 to go in regulation. Score tied at 3. Stingley gets 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line. Down to 4 minutes. 3:45. And a 3-yard loss. Compliments of Robert Harvey. And that is so. Diablo is injured now, not expected to return. That's a blow for the last 3 minutes. And it's 4th and 8 for Winnipeg. Westbrook. No, not Westbrook. That's Carlton to boom it away. Carter. Somebody's going to bring him down eventually. And it's 1st and 10 at the 41 for the Islanders. Cal Vaughn throws, hits Haywood, gets a yard. No urgency here, really. Just hold on to the ball. As long as you can, he can take it to overtime. 2:30 to go. Vaughn throws, gets stoned for 6. There's a flag, though, and that's on Winnipeg, so that's going to be a first down. Defensive holding. So it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Go.
Vaughn hands off to Stone, who loses 3. 2nd and 13. We are coming up on the 2-minute warning. And there it is. Time works fast sometimes. Vaughn throws incomplete. And we are hearing displeasure from the fans. At least 5 or 6 of them over there. Vaughn throws. Gets Haywood again for 20. Not quite in what this game feels is field goal range, but a little bit closer. They can try to win this without even getting in the end zone. 35-yard line, 2nd and 9. Less than a minute and a half. Will we be going to overtime? Stone. Will you give it to Stone? We probably will. That's loss of a yard. And Pratt with a stop. Minute to go. 3rd and 10 at the 35-yard line. Haywood, he's going in the end zone. Touchdown, Islanders. 46 seconds to go. And what a play.
Go!
It's up. And it's good. 10-3 Islander lead. Remember, only 1 out of 3 experts called for the Islanders. The percentage said that the Islanders had a 12% chance. It was 12 or 42 seconds to go. 1st and 10 on the 31 for the Direwolves. Islanders haven't led the division, haven't had sole lead of the division in a while.
Go!
Dahlman throws. Gets Darnell. 35 seconds. Winnipeg calls a timeout. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's the Islanders' 49-yard line. Dahlman throws. Incomplete. 32 seconds. 2nd and 10. I don't know why you have a 2 running back set out right now, but Dahlman throws. Hits Price. Winnipeg second timeout, 24 seconds. Ball on the 18-yard line. First and 10.
Go!
Dahlman throws. Hits Price again for another first down. Winnipeg using their last timeout. 18 seconds. Are we going to overtime? Flag. False start for Winnipeg. That's going back a couple yards, but that's going back to the 10. First and goal, but at the same time, that gives you a little bit more space to work with. That's why I'd never make it as a coach, because I would say, get a false start, and give us a little more space. Dahlman. Intercepted! This game is over. This game belongs to the Islanders, who now lead the Canadian division with a record of 4-2. The Direwolves dropped to 3-3. And Vaughn going to take that drop. Final score, The Islanders 10 and the Direwolves 3. Player of the game is Haywood, and why wouldn't he? 6 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Wheeler, defensive back, 2 interceptions. You know what? That's your player of the game right there. And that second interception saved the entire game. 2 interceptions, 9 tackles for loss. That is our Canada Day game. Once again, happy Canada Day to our friends up north. Thank you, and have a great day.